Hi, this is the difference between first generation Bitcoin cryptocurrency and second generation tokens or altcoins like Ethereum. The major difference is the addition of something called a smart contract. And I want to do one for you to show you how this works. With Ethereum, you can set the price of your transaction, meaning what you're going to pay the network to process your transaction. So if you want your transaction to go through really fast, you can set a high rate, and you'll probably end up paying $3 or $4 for your transaction, or maybe more. Or you can set a low rate for your transaction, and it may be a little longer to get it into the system, but it'll usually cost around 20 cents or maybe 40 cents. So I want to initiate a transaction right now. So what I'm going to do is purchase a Proxy token, and this is just a new coin, like Bitcoin or Ethereum or any of the other ones, but this is a new coin that I think shows promise, and I'm buying some of it. So I'm going to buy it with Ethereum using this smart contract. And what a smart contract does is it sets parameters on whether or not the actual money can be transferred. So that means that the person on the other side, the person I'm giving the money to, has to fulfill a certain amount of requirements before the transaction is actually processed. So let's just get started. Here's how many Proxy tokens I want to buy. And this exchange is called EtherDelta. They sell hundreds of different tokens, or exchange hundreds of different tokens. There's a steep learning curve learning how to use this, and I'd like to thank Tom Stevens for showing me how to do this. He's really the brains behind everything that I've learned on this end, so a big thanks out to Tom Stevens. So we're going to buy, let's say, 100,000, let's just say 1,000,000 Proxy tokens. Okay. And now we're going to set the price. So we look up here. These are all the people selling Proxy. These are all the people, the red is all the people that are selling their Proxy coins, and the green is people that are putting in buy orders. So I'm going to put in a buy order at, looks like 0.0002, and then I'll do some more zeros. 2, 3, 4, and a 1. All right, so that will put me at the very top of the bid section. And I'm going to back that off just a little bit because I see that there's not a lot of support here. So we'll make that 19.5. 19.5, 0 to 1. Okay, that should put me at the top. So the amount of Ethereum that I'm going to spend for, let's say, 1,000 shares. Let's go ahead and make that 2,000 just for that. I'm going to spend 0.3 Ethereum, and this will expire in 10,000 blocks. So a block is just a block of data that is added to the Ethereum chain. The Ethereum blockchain is a distributed digital ledger which records the transactions that anyone puts into Ethereum. So everybody trading Ethereum records their transactions in this ledger. So if this contract isn't fulfilled in 10,000 blocks, which usually takes about 2 or 3 days to pass, then it will expire, and this Ethereum will go back into my wallet. So if this contract doesn't fulfill and conclude by that time, I get the money back. It's that simple. All right, so I'll press buy, and it looks like we've got an order on file. Now, once that order clears, it should take a minute or so, it'll show up in my open orders. And if somebody on this end chooses to sell their Proxy tokens for the price that I've put in here, then I will receive the tokens in my wallet, and they will receive the Ethereum. It can be split up into smaller amounts, so if they don't want to sell me the whole 2,000, they can sell me 1,000 and get half the Ethereum, and we can sell it to somebody else. So that's how a smart contract works. And if there's questions, please put them in the comments and I'll make another video explaining some more stuff. Thanks.